Boom, 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 boom. Who is watching? I need some music. To play my own music. Okay.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah. So, you heard Mr. Chappelle.
Mm-hmm.
So, for the viewers, basically, Dave Chappelle is basically saying that women have a right to have a child, um, and they don't need to consult a man whenever they want to do an abortion, right? So, um, she can have sex with a guy, and if she decides that the guy is worthy of her being the father of the guy being the father of the kids, she can make that decision. And if she deems the guy unworthy, if she's not working, all these things, genetically he doesn't fit what she requires, she can abort the baby, and she doesn't need to consult anyone except a physician for anything in terms of aborting the child, right? Cool. So women's rights, yeah. So he's saying no, with a man, what is the equivalent right? So with a man, he can have intercourse with the woman, and the woman can say she's pregnant. If the guy decides, hey, dude, when the woman tells him that she's pregnant, he can basically say nothing about it. It's her decision. You know? So if the guy wants to have the child and says, hey, babe, please don't kill the child, the woman can still say, hey, no, I don't like you. You do not fit what I require. So he's saying it's a bit unfair on the man's perspective. If a woman can kill a child and abort the child, the man should at least be able to abandon the child. Meaning, her body, her choice, his money, his choice. And that's how he wraps it up. So that's basically what we'll be discussing right now. So, Shama, what do you think about that?
Well, it's
Rolls
very,
eyes.
very controversial because
Uh-huh.
once you talk about abortion, you're touching on very sensitive issues. You have pro-lifers who are saying it's a woman's choice, it's her body. Then you have the um, what is the opposite of pro-life? What's the term? I don't know. Anti-abortion, I guess. The ones who say it's wrong. And most of the anti-abortion are Christian people because of religious beliefs. I'm not sure about other religions and if they allow it or not. Yeah, but usually, like you say, it is looked at from a female's perspective. So now, looking at it from a male perspective, it's interesting. It's a different we don't really think about that. But I am a little bit biased because, like with
You never think about the man, right?
not that, like about the whole topic of abortion in general, I have a little bit of a bias, because of like my Christian upbringing and like, the values that it instills in you. So already when you say abortion, like it's very controversial. But if we were to look at it from an objective point of view, um, I never thought about it that way. I do think, though, that it is both the male and the female's responsibility to deal with because they're the ones who engaged in intercourse and they're the ones who created the child. So now the consequences of your actions are there. And I'm not saying it in a bad way.
Oh, it's bad network here. But anyways, hopefully she'll get back.
Can you hear
But
me? Can you
yeah,
hear
picking
me?
on what she was saying.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Just probably a network issue. I'm good now.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, so like yeah, we're always debating about the woman, as you say, looking at it from the male side. Well, I want to say he is the one who was with the woman. It's not like he wasn't with the woman. So I kind of feel like
What does that
what
what does that
what
mean?
I mean is he knew what he was doing when he was with her. So now
No,
to turn around
no,
and
no,
no, I'm saying that
no,
I'm saying getting pregnant is the consequence of an action, unless of course in cases where a person is raped. But in this conversation,
no,
huh?
no. Women, right, choose which guy they want to have sex with. Women hold access to sex, right?
Very
A
nice.
woman can decide you qualify to have their kid or not. You have to be tall. You cannot be fat. Women always choose the same guys. So a guy has to be all of these things for her to even pick her in the first place, right? And even after picking her, some women even pick successful men. So you have to be tall, uh, fit, successful before she even considers you to be a suitable father for her child, right? So on the other hand, with men, it's very difficult for men to have. Men cannot go to a woman and say, "Hey, I want to have sex with you." If he's a taxi driver, the woman is going to usually, if you know the woman is corporate, usually going to say no. They choose. Women have access to who they choose to have sex with. And another thing with women is that they have contraceptives. They have morning afters, and they have the ability to abort. So those are like four things. You understand? So when a woman decides to have a child, you can say the guy is having sex with a woman. Yes, yes. What does he think is gonna happen when he inserts his penis in a woman? But people have casual sex. When a guy is having sex with a woman, he's not trying to start a family. He's just trying to have a good time. Hence, the economy is based on having a, it's based on alcohol sales. You saw the guy at Conquer, right? Conquer,
Yeah, yeah.
who bought 240,000. If there were no women around him with vaginas, he would have never done that. So men are usually driven by sex and women. You understand? So what I'm saying is, um, a woman can decide to, which guy is suitable, and a guy has to make himself like top tier. He has to really work hard. He has to create value as opposed to a woman. A woman is born with value. When you are born and you're 13 years old, guys are going to ask you out. When you're born and you're 13 years old, you'll be a virgin for a while. You'll be a virgin for a while. The girls in your class are going to lose their virginity way before you. And that's the reality of the day to day. You understand? So when a guy is having casual sex with a woman, it doesn't mean he's trying to have a baby with her. It just means they're having casual sex. And it's the woman's responsibility on what she decides. If she decides she wants to have a baby with that guy, she shouldn't be blaming the man. If a man decides, hey, I don't want to take care of your baby, the man should have that right, the same way the woman has a right to say, I want to abort your child.
Okay, what
We're
about
only asking,
what about these
yes,
what about the fathers who decide that they don't want anything to do with it? They disappear, run away, and
yeah,
then
yeah,
18, 20 years later they pop back because now the child is about to get a job and now they can see
yes.
that the child is, successful, or maybe it's a girl and she's getting married or something to that effect. And
Mm-hmm.
now he suddenly wants to reap the benefits. Don't you think that's unfair?
To who?
To the single mom who raised this child and slaved away the whole life. Now this man who disappeared
No,
wants to pop
no,
up.
it's not unfair.
Why?
It's not
But
unfair
he didn't steal
because,
anything.
listen, we're talking about two people here, right? We're talking about the mother and the father, right? So we can't say it's unfair to the mother. It's got nothing to do with her.
It does, because she's the one who invested time, money, energy, and love and care, and the man ran away. So if you're saying that,
He didn't run away. The man could have, first of all, like I said, the woman has a right. Abortion is not something new.
yeah, but not
From
everybody,
a certain age,
not,
could have been aborted
but not
in the
everyone
early
believes,
90s and 80s.
but not everyone believes that it's right.
We're not asking if anyone believes if it's right. We're saying abortion is legal. We are not speaking about Christian people. We are not speaking about non-Christian people. We're saying it's illegal. You understand? And that's what we're basing it on. So when it's legal, it means no one is going to jail. So if the woman can kill a human being and not go to jail, the man should be able to say, "Hi, dude, this is my money. The least I can do is abandon the child. If you're going to kill him and you don't go to jail, I can at least keep my money where my money is." Especially if the guy is driving a Range Rover and he's married to his wife and he has 3 kids. And he tells his side chick, "Hey, sis, I love you and you understand my situation at home, but I do not want us to have a child because I am married to my wife. Do not make a child for me." And she understands this, and then 2 months later, because she has a gold digger and she sees the money is there, the Range Rover is there, whatever the case is, she decides to get pregnant by this man, which is most of the cases. But the mothers never say this story. They always hide this part. Then the woman decides to get pregnant. Then the guy's like, "Hey, sister, since you are deciding to get pregnant, I mean, I'm not leaving my wife for you." And then there's a child born into the earth with no father. Then the women have the nerve to blame men after this. And we're saying, no, this is unfair. Men are tired of this bullshit. That's all we're saying.
Okay, let me quickly switch on the lights. Ne?
You better switch on the lights. Shit, it's getting dark in here. Filling up
Okay, I'm
facts.
back. Interesting point. It's a point that nobody really, we don't think about this. We don't, yeah. Because at the end of the day, like besides the rights and all, at the end of the day, the most important person in this is the child. Like at the end of the day, the child is the
No,
most important person.
no, no, it's not. It's not because the father is a child to someone as well.
No, but these are adults. The child is not an adult, and the child didn't ask to be
The
born.
child is not the most important thing. No, the law says the child is the most important thing. But then the law says kill the child. The law says the woman can kill the child. So how the hell is the child the most important thing if the law says you have a right to kill the child and you as a woman will not go to jail? Without giving the man an equivalent right to say, "Hey, you can kill the child too and not go to jail." We are just asking for fairness. If you can say women can kill the child, then men should have an equivalent right because we cannot kill a child, Tina. We don't hold the child. We don't have the right. So we can say, "Hey, dude, I'm taking care of my family. How about that? I don't want to divorce my wife for you, side chick." Because men have side chicks. Successful men have side chicks.
And that's another topic. But anyway.
You understand? Yeah.
I told you I'm a bit biased. Like I hear you, ne? I'm just a little bit biased.
Speak your biases. Speak your biases.
Okay, I'm anti-abortion. Let me just put that out there. So I'm anti-abortion. So and this is also because of my religious beliefs, to be honest. Yeah, so Christianity values life and we don't kill the child. So I'm trying to be objective. I'm trying to step out of like my mind and like look at it from just the law. And if we think about child support, yeah, like as soon as a woman says that, okay, so and so is the father of the child, then now he's got to pay for the next I'll just say 18. I don't even know in South Africa. Is it
Yeah,
it's still 18 years.
more than that. It's more. No, it's not
It's
18.
more, ne?
It's until the child is done with
But
tertiary education.
you see, okay, so let's say 21. Yeah. Let's say 21. It's like 21, 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get it.
You were just talking about numbers. I'm trying to give you numbers. Um, yeah, so yeah, okay, if you look at it that way, it's like, okay, now this man has to budget for the next 20 something years of his life, but nobody pushed him into that position. He's the one who walked into that position. So it's hard for me to feel bad
No,
because it's the same thing for a woman who's pregnant, unless if she was
no, the man didn't push himself. Sorry to cut you off, but the man didn't push himself into that position
no, it's
because
two, we're talking about two consenting adults. We're not talking about rape or any of those things, right?
I'm not talking about rape as well.
So
I'm talking
I'm
about
saying
two consenting
two
adults.
adults. They
The man
both
didn't say he wants to have a child.
but guys, we all know the results of going and doing the dance itself.
So let's go to Conca. I meet a guy meets a girl, has sex in the bathroom. Is that guy trying to start a family with you?
When you go and you,
Yes or no?
my question to you,
Yes? No.
my question to
No,
you,
you can't answer. You can't answer a question with a question. No, it doesn't work like
we
that.
are adults and we know the results of. Okay, so if I go outside and I
You
tell
cannot answer a question with a question. It doesn't work like that.
okay,
You answer yes or
in
no.
that moment.
Then you answer your question, and I answer you with your answer. Simple, straightforward, simple. That's how a
Okay,
conversation
okay.
goes.
The answer to
It doesn't go question for question.
the answer to your
Never goes
question is
like
no, but I have a
that.
response.
Okay.
So you're saying if a guy goes into a club and he has a one night
Yes.
stand or like a quickie with someone, is he trying to start a family? My answer is no. But my response to you is we are adults and we know the consequences of doing the dance with someone. For example, if I go and I switch on the stove, am I trying to am I trying to warm my hands? No, maybe I'm trying to cook or something. But we all know that if you turn on the stove, it's going to get hot. So that's what I'm trying to say is, yeah, in that moment, you might be full of hormones and stuff, but we all know, we're adults. We all know what goes on after you do the dance with someone.
No, we don't, because some women are preventing, some women there's morning afters. So when a guy goes into that, he's not expecting pregnancy, especially from a responsible woman. Especially as an adult, like you said, it's a consent from an adult. We both adults. So it's like, oh, after you do that, you make the discussion, hey, dude, are you buying morning afters? What's the conversation after that? You understand? She's like, no, I'm on contraceptives, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool, fine, then no problem. You understand? If you say, hey, dude, she's trying to trap you, she's from the streets, not a good girl, Tatiana. Then
Wow.
she's gonna say, hey, are you on contraceptives? He's like, nah, I'm not on contraceptives. He's like, dude, why are you fucking if you're not on contraceptives? If you're not having more money, can we buy morning afters? Then she says no, because some girls say no. Then you know this girl,
I
she's trying to trap you
Then my
financially.
question to
You
that
understand?
is, why did the guy proceed if he didn't even ask these questions at the beginning?
Because he wants to have sex. Men are allowed to have sex.
So
Men are designed to spread their seed.
my
It
point
doesn't mean they're starting a family
but
every time they have
my
sex.
point is we are all adults, and if a man wants to be reckless, that's his decision, but eventually he's going to deal with his consequences. The same way a female will deal with the consequence of getting pregnant.
Yeah, a woman must deal with her consequences because she has the right to choose whether to be on for morning afters. Okay, what's the reason for a woman not to have morning afters? I'm so confused. Let's just start there.
Look, I'm not speaking for all women. I'm just saying you like
I'm speaking about the majority.
you're
We
putting the
never
blame
speaking about all. We're
you're
speaking
putting
about
the
the
blame
majority.
on one party when there are two people involved. So the consequences unfortunately fall onto the one who has to actually carry the child. But it doesn't mean that the other
I,
person is scot-free of he's free of guilt.
I am putting the consequences on the woman because she has the right to not have sex whenever she feels like not having sex. And we, like, again, we're not speaking about rape. The woman chooses who she wants to have sex with. And she chooses a very select amount of people to have the sex with. So when she chooses this person to have sex with, she has a responsibility as the carrier of the child to be like, do we have a relationship with this guy? What is his plan? You understand? Do I want to have a child? Does he want to have a child? A woman should ask herself the same thing. Because if you have to be honest, if you have sex with a guy and he says he does not want a child currently, and you still have the child, you are raping that man financially. I repeat, you are raping that man financially. Especially if after that you're going to take him to court. When he said to you, dude, I do not want to have a child. Hence, when they say something is called rape, it's called consent. Did you have the consent of the woman before intercourse? The same thing, when you have a child with the guy, did you have consent with this guy before having sex with him? If not, technically you should go to jail or take care of your child. The same way, the man suffers the same consequences. If you don't give him consent, he goes to jail. Everyone should suffer the consequences of bad decisions. And that's what we're saying as men. Not only men should suffer the consequences of bad decisions, women as well. If you decide to have a baby by some blesser, you should suffer those consequences.
Well, that's a whole other topic because blessings as well, it's a whole other topic. And they actually have the means to take care of.
Blessers are usually married. Hence I'm saying blessers,
But
because blessers are
they
usually
also have
married.
the actual means, like they have the financial means, or like they actually do. But that's another topic. Blessers,
No, they don't.
they're busy giving girls money every month, so clearly they must have the money to be able to take care of a child.
You'd be shocked how many blessers don't even give girls money. Some girls are just attracted to the lifestyle. You'll be very shocked.
Okay.
You remember that guy who was with the big nose?
The one who was,
Who was dancing
on
with
the
the hot
news.
girls?
The
Yes.
I remember the one who got on the news. I think Sergio or something. There was this one.
Zimbabwe, no, not that one.
Oh,
I know Sergio. Sergio's skinny.
oh.
The other one with the big nose.
Oh,
Tall
the
guy.
one
And he
that
was
had girls by the car. There was a video that, yeah, I saw that video.
yeah, you see that guy, ne?
Mm.
Trust me when I tell you, he was dealing. You saw how many girls he was dealing with, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Trust me, he doesn't give all those girls a monthly 5,000 rands.
Okay, yeah, he probably.
Trust me when I tell
Yeah,
you, he cannot do that.
yeah.
He provides a lifestyle. If you are rolling with him, you know for sure. Tandy, we are ripping each other. Yes, you are, Tandy. If you roll with that guy, you know for sure which you're going to be drinking all night. You're going to be taking nice pictures at nice clubs like Abort, whatever the fuck it's called. You're going to be taking pictures with your girls and having a nice time. And the chances are you probably won't have to have sex at the end of the night.
But what
if you're not dating?
What if, going back to the abortion thing, what if the girl is anti-abortion? And okay, let's do this. What if the girl is anti-abortion and the guy knows this? Isn't he, by proceeding, isn't he consenting then in a case like that?
If the girl is anti-abortion, that is her thing. The law of the country is not anti-abortion. It is pro-abortion. Meaning,
Right.
if the girl is if anti-abortion, the guy can say, "Hey, I'm anti-abortion as well."
Okay. So your
Yeah.
stance basically
Yeah.
is men need to have the same equality or fairness to choose
Yes.
parenthood, so to speak, the same way women.
Who they want a child with, the same way a woman chooses who to have a child with. Men should have an equivalent right. Men are human beings too, hey?
No, I know I know men are human beings.
Yeah, some people don't know that.
But remember, it's the man who's in control of his seed. He's not supposed to be going.
He's not.
But no, but he's the no one drags him there. Like it's his seat. He decides, like, okay, I'm gonna be with this one. Okay, I'm gonna be with that one. So as much
No, 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 no. Why am I saying, I have to cut you off? No, because when a taxi driver flirts at you and says, "Hey, sister, tudlu mama. Sister, don't shy kancane nje." Are you gonna fuck him?
no.
Exactly. So the man doesn't choose. You choose which man is suitable for you. Stop lying.
Yeah, but
Men don't choose.
even if a woman were to choose, let's say there was a woman who liked the person and the guy's not interested. I don't know if that actually happens, but yeah.
That hardly happens. Do you know why that hardly happens?
No.
Because do you know what's the percentage of men who have sex with women?
No.
10 to 15% of men are having sex with 80% to 90% of the women.
Okay.
Meaning 10% of guys are having sex with all of the women. If you go to women who have kids, I'm a single mothers, and you ask them, how many kids does your baby daddy have? The majority of the baby daddies have three baby mamas. Because women have one type of guy that they're dating. Meaning, women choose who they have sex with. Not the man. Women hold access to sex. Men hold access to relationships and marriage.
Okay. No,
That's it.
I hear you, but I feel like no matter how long we debate, I still won't agree because you can't put all the responsibility on one party. Both parties.
You don't have to agree.
I'm still saying.
You don't have to agree.
No, I'm just saying.
The law's the law.
I'm saying that the law still says men have to pay child support. So what I'm saying is you can't drop the
responsibility. It says that, and it also says a woman can kill a child.
It takes two to tango, right? So the responsibility is on both, and the consequences are supposed to hit both, but unfortunately it hits one.
Like I said, there's rape. There's something called rape, right? For women, something called consent.
Yeah, but the man consented to doing the dance in the first place. Well,
not to a child, consenting to a dance. No, the man doesn't consent to a dance. The man needs consent from a woman to have sex with a woman.
Yes, but he's the one who initiated the process, is what I'm saying. It's not like...
Yeah, but you've never consented a man to have sex with him. Only women give consent for sexual access. I repeat, only women.
Okay, I hear that. What I'm saying is the woman didn't...
It's not men.
She didn't do it by herself, is what I'm trying to say.
But she had... She gave the man access. And the man didn't force himself on her.
And we all know what the result of that is. Hence...
No.
How? No, biology, great.
When people are having sex, they all... Like I said, I made this example for you again. When a person meets a person at the club and they have sex in the toilets, are they trying to start a family when they just met?
No, but we all know that's what's gonna happen if you don't have certain...
No, it's not, because people prevent. There are something called condoms. There are things called morning afters. It doesn't mean people are starting a family. No. People have casual sex. It's something called fun. And alcohol. It doesn't mean starting families. No.
Yes,
women know this.
I understand what you're saying. Yeah. I'm just saying you can't blame the woman for everything on her own as if she was there alone.
We are not blaming the woman for everything. We are saying the law should be fair. We are not saying the woman should be blamed for everything. No. If there's consent for you to have a child, if the guy says, yes, I want to have a child with you, then fine, you can have the child with the guy. If the guy says, no, I don't want to have a child with you, then it's fine. He shouldn't be able to support the same way you can kill a child. That's all we're saying.
Okay, I hear what you're saying. I don't necessarily agree, but I can hear what you're saying.
You don't have to.
No,
You don't have
but
to.
you made your point, but I think we'll agree to disagree. But I hear you. Like you spoke, I spoke. Yeah, both points were made. So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's another issue. Kanyimba.
What about her?
Let's talk about the situation and you tell me what you think and I'll tell you what I think.
Okay.
So with the Kanyimba, we'll just probably do a reaction, yeah, and I'll probably put a clip or something, right? With the Kanyimba incident, Kanyimba was in a relationship with the Piper guy. What's his name?
Yeah, I know the say. I don't know the.
Debza, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Debza. He's in a relationship with Debza, and Debza was broke.
I'm still here. Yeah, just doing something.
Everybody knew Debza was broke.
Yeah.
And then she dated with Debza, and the reason she dated a broke guy for such a long period of time was because she used to date a rich guy driving a Lamborghini, Umandla.
Okay.
Cool. So she went from the high life to the low life to, I don't know, fix it or equal. I don't know what kind of hoism is this, but that's what she did, right? Cool. No problem. So after dating Utebza, she realized that hey, paying all the bills is making her punani dry. Because women are inevitably not programmed or designed to be paying all the bills. At first, they might do it, but after a 10-year period or even 5 years, you'll be like, ah, I'm a woman, I need to be taken care of. No matter how independent she is, they switch up on you. And that's the behaviors of women, you understand? We know this. So, after a while, she decided, I can't do this. So, she got herself probably high earning or earning guy from Zimbabwe because South African guys wouldn't date her. So she dated that guy, and the guy decided to spend some cheese on her and take her to Dubai, right? I don't know why he's taking her to Dubai because usually people who go to Dubai are usually gold diggers on Instagram who go to Dubai. But anyway, this is
I was
topic
waiting for the end of your sentence.
so confused.
Yeah, because
Anyways, he takes Umo girl to Dubai with his own money. Very strange. Cool. Book a hotel, whatever
why
the
is it
case.
strange? Why is it strange?
It's strange because people from South Africa who go to Dubai are women who are slay queens on Instagram who get booked by rich princes who own oil in Dubai.
So why is it strange if a guy decides to take his partner there? Because he's not South African, firstly. Maybe and
Most men cannot afford that.
oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
You understand that the average salary in South Africa is 8,000 to 9, 10,000, right? So most men cannot take their woman out to Dubai. You know, housing, property, all these things are very expensive. So most men cannot afford to do that. So that's why I'm saying it's strange. So takes Plaza out to Dubai. Cool. Books a hotel and they chill in the hotel and apparently they have an argument and Kanye Bao decides she's going to the salon and she tells this guy, hey, I'm going to the salon after the argument. And a few hours later, Kanye Bao is on Instagram posting in South Africa. Probably at home, who knows, Gauteng somewhere. And then more guys like, how? Dude, didn't you say you're going to the salon? And more guys like, yo, I'm back home. So that guy got finessed. Finessed is the word. Finesse for the cheese. Nobody see the dog. So, should I start with your perspective or my perspective? Okay, let me start with my perspective. My perspective is once you date a girl with high mileage, who's been around the block, You cannot turn a hoe into a housewife. It just does not happen. You see it with not only Kanye Bao. Kanye Bao went from like a gold digger to normal guy. She has high mileage on her, basically. And it just doesn't work that way. You need a woman with no mileage if you want to consider her for a serious relationship or marriage. You know, she's going to mother your kids. She needs to have low mileage. And with her lifestyle, she's, you know, independent woman, all that. She's very masculine. Those are masculine traits. And they generally don't work for a relationship. You need a woman who's more cooperative as opposed to her being more dominant. So hence she makes decisions on her own instead of consulting a man. It generally doesn't work in a relationship. You know? And another thing with mileage, you see it with Kim Kardashian, Kanye West. She been in the streets, bruh. She has been under Ray J, Reggie Bush, The Game, Nick Cannon. Those are just the famous people. Now imagine the unfamous people she's been with. You know? So all these people she's been under kind of create she has high mileage on the clock. So the more a woman has high mileage, the more difficult it is for her to be in a relationship or pair bond with a man. It's very difficult for her. The majority of divorces are caused by women who have high mileage. So it is just bound to happen with the Kanye Bao. It's just never gonna work. She can't be in a relationship with a guy, no matter what he is. Like he can be tall, dark, handsome, rich, super dick, all that shit. It won't work. Because she'll think the grass is greener on the other side. Always. So that's generally why I think it won't work. And that's why I think, you know, it didn't work with her. But you can give me your perspective.
Um, Firstly, I'll say that I saw the story trending on Twitter. I didn't really know what to think, but I think generally, just besides all of this relationship stuff, it's very unfair, or it's like not, it's not, I want to say Ubuntu, or it's not a decent human thing to do to leave the person you arrived with, especially in another country. I mean, you guys traveled how many thousands of kilometers to go overseas, and this person paid for you, as you mentioned. uh, Even besides going out overseas, even if let's say we go to another town or something, you don't just leave the person because you're thinking about, for example, safety and well-being and money. And also, what if that person stresses and thinks you've been kidnapped and now they're busy with the police in Dubai there, whereas you're already gone, you know? So I think it wasn't really a decent thing in the first place, angry or not, because we don't know what they argued about. But yeah, leaving the country, it seems like a very extreme way to handle the issue, unless if maybe if it was a domestic violence case. But even in that case, you probably go to the police first, just to have like some type of thing documented somewhere, even if it's in another country, like it's documented. So yeah, just upping and leaving people behind. But because they didn't really share, even the guy didn't really share information, so we don't really know what exactly the fight was about. We don't.
He was crying though.
No, he cried, yes, but he never actually. He spoke about himself and how he loves her, and he idea of like how serious was this to make a person
Oh,
leave the country. Yeah, so it's hard to weigh in.
yeah.
However, I did see the song, and it's not it like it's not something to make a song about. It's it's not something to make a song about.
He go to Dubai.
Yeah, no, it's
I
not
think it's
it. You think it's dope?
okay. Yeah. I don't like
Really?
what she
You
did
like,
because she belongs to the street.
but
I
you
don't
think the
listen
song is
to it.
nice? uh
I just
I
think
just think,
the idea works. Like it's whenever a woman is trashing men, it's gonna sell.
yeah, well, it might sell. I'm just saying, like, the nature of the story behind
Yeah.
the song, it
Oh,
it's not it like,
bro.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's not in good spirits, but you know,
Yeah.
music is just a baby on its own. It's got nothing to do with reality. So yeah, I don't. I think it's. I think it. I think it can say. I don't think the song is dope as per se. I wouldn't listen to it like I said, but I know. I know it's gonna sell.
Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah.
unfortunately, this topic, I don't have that much to say about it because because they decided to tell us they were fighting in the first place. They're the ones who decided. Well, between the two, I think it was Kanye Mbao who made it public by saying she's home. If she never posted that she was home and she told him she was home, we wouldn't have known about the fight. But anyways, they were semi-public and semi-private, so it's hard for us to know exactly what the fight was about. But I think that's also the nature
Yeah.
of being a celebrity. Your life is just out there.
No, she puts it. She puts it out there. No one.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, definitely. She probably likes the attention and the fame that comes with it. But
Of course.
yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
And she looks scary as fuck too.
Plastic surgery. Well, it's not,
But
no, no, no.
then let's
The
pretend
bleaching.
don't become.
The bleaching. Hmm.
Yeah. And she looks like a man these days, body wise.
I don't know about all that, but it could be related to what.
I saw the she had the thing to buy. I was like, who is this brother?
It's probably all the modifications that come with everything she's.
Yeah, she's getting old, you know, with all these tunings and
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, hey, you don't know who she is now. Yeah, but anyways, um, yeah, I hear what you're saying, and yeah, morally it's not correct. And would you do such?
What, the abortion thing or the bleaching or leaving Dubai?
Dubai,
Oh, okay. There's like
seeing the
we
dog
spoke about
Dubai.
so many things. No, no, I don't think I'd leave the country. Like, if I needed to leave, if I needed to leave the room because of an argument, if let's assume the people had the money, then maybe book another room, but still be in the same hotel. Like, don't be leaving the country because people get hijacked. People get there's human trafficking out here, and if you're gonna disappear, what is the person left behind supposed to think? So
Yeah.
yeah, no, leaving the country is very extreme. Rather leave the room, and you might find that you need after a fight you need to get out of the hotel, take a walk, and come back. You might actually make up later. So yeah, leaving the country is very extreme. Would
Mm.
you, as a man, would you? I doubt because if the guy's the one who paid, I think
You usually paid for the thing,
yeah,
then
if
you
the guy's the one
can't.
who paid, he's gonna stay and get his money's worth.
Guys don't leave. The only people who leave are women. You know how
Ooh.
that. They don't.
Mm.
Yeah. Um. Yo, I'm a bit tired, and yeah, I think we've had a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
Starting off, so I think it's a good way to start off. We'll try to improve. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have another session.
Okay,
I
let's
don't know if
see.
it's cool with you.
Okay, cool.
Same time, same place.
Yeah. Okay,
Shoot,
cool.
boy, man.
Enjoy your evening. Bye.